So my wife is going to work, and what a rough night. This Father's Day 2024 was, and I have to journalize some of the stuff that I went through last night, yesterday, and I journalize what I think about it in situations. Um, by her working for the Bureau and having a very large network of people inside that circle, Bureau, Justice, a lot of Caucasians, and seeing that men, a lot of Caucasians don't really get along, they use their Caucasian um, security systems, which is um, their networking system, to fabricate information, make their own white opinions about our relationship, and she feel comfortable with that, which she should because she's racist. But don't forget that she works for the Justice Department, and she black, so it's always kind of a difficult thing when you have a black person that's racist against black people. Anyway, because um, it's just a rough situation because you don't really know how to treat them, and she suffers from schizophrenia, so you don't ever know where she is. Is it the mental illness, or is it just her horrible opinion on being a racist person? And I know a lot of y'all just say just put it all in one perspective and just stick with that. Just call it sickness and schizophrenia, but that's from the outside looking in. See, I'm in a rare position because they have taken a lot of my things that I could move on with, like what, like driver's license, like ID. At one time, they wouldn't allow me to get my state ID in Redford, Michigan. They was connected to the bureau. I mean, to the Social Security office, right? Social Service office, and they wouldn't allow me to get my ID. And it's one picture that I've already taken and paid for that they still haven't sent. They still haven't sent it, not to me at least. Um, which I think that man has to change, y'all. With just for legal reasons. I'm gonna be a judge, state. I'm sorry, Supreme Court judge, and I believe that allowing people to hold IDs and put it through the mail, I think that's defeat the very purpose of that form of security. I think when you leave the Social Security office, um, you should leave with your ID if you took a picture. So, that's not what I meant to talk about, y'all. But I know a lot of y'all. See, the thing that I wanted to speak on is because I know how you white people treat black people with your infrastructure security. You know how you make false allegations. Like y'all think that I'm into this because of, well, at least you're saying it. That I'm in this because of her money. You so wrong, and that's how y'all think. That's what y'all about. Y'all about money, and y'all take money over love. This is what y'all do because that's y'all God. That's who y'all believe in. That's who you worship. You worship money. Most black people don't worship money. They just need money because of their financial, this financial world, that you got us in America, materialistic, but greedy world. But most black people will take love over money. White people, it's the love of money, and it's not wrong by either one. This is not a racist thing, and you can calm down about that, about how y'all feel about money, the love that y'all have for money. It's an excellent quality to have for a particular race in the human race. We will have to surely have to have one race to be that way if we was to be a species on a planet. I believe y'all the chosen ones for that. But I don't think us black people necessarily will take money over love. But see, let me tell you why with black people. Most of us. I ain't saying all of it because there's a lot of black people that'll take money over love any day. And you heard them say that. You heard a lot of black people say they'll take money over love. Love don't pay the bills. Love don't. You heard. That's the way they think. They think like y'all, right? And then I know white people saying it's a lot of us who don't feel that way too. That's biased. That's racist because it's a lot of white people that don't feel that way. It's not. Let me tell you why. First of all, the ones that benefit just because you white, meaning you've already been in areas of communities where you and your family and friends benefited because of the white experience, because of the communities that you grew up in and your ancestors grew up in, that allowed y'all to triple down education to present it through y'all generations as white people. So that won't be fair for you to say that, even though you feel very strongly about being disagreeing about what I said about white people will take money over love any day. I just ask for you to at least consider what I just explained about the infrastructures and how you and your family history have benefited because of the greed of white people before you sit there and criticize me about it. So this ain't about y'all. But I feel very strongly to defend myself because y'all jumping in something that y'all don't know about the relationship that I had with my wife and how no really on how I feel. I've always had money. My parents always had money. I grew up in a middle class neighborhood that was better than a lot of white communities in the state of Michigan, which is Rosedale Park. If you don't know, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's a very good urban suburban middle class neighborhood. So I didn't grow up. In fact, I grew up in environments 5 times better than my wife grew up in. She just got a taste of being around money as an adult because of, her grandmother had money, yeah, but she just started having money as an adult because of the bureau and the success that y'all provided for her in her life. That's personal. I shouldn't go there. But she hits me low like that, calling me broke and don't have a job, and she got my last name, and which is insane because for her to even say that shit is a crime. But I don't say nothing. Maybe when y'all hear this, maybe y'all refresh her memory, because I'm quite sure she got it inside that sick brain somewhere that it's illegal to treat me the way she do. But she don't care. She don't care about that. So she came and basically threw my stuff, my clothes, and moved them, took all my clothes out of the closet here and threw them on the floor. Talking about she gonna move me into the business office, took all my stuff down and threw some of it, I don't know where it's at, stuff on the floor, took the others. Well, I have stuff in here so I can't use it properly because it's another one. She put it in, she took it in the garage. I guess she didn't want to throw it in the garbage can because she knew I was going to videotape and show y'all, but she put it in the garage, maybe hoping that she was going to outsmart me by not putting it in the garbage. That would show that she ain't that scandalous, but it's still sitting here, as you can see. And she just took advantage of of my hands being tied. And my thing is this morning I wanted to also indicate that, she it's Father's Day. Yesterday is Father's Day. And I was happy Father's Day. So, I know y'all communicate. We can make his Father's Day not so happy, not so good. I know y'all doing that. Because her brain is sick. And she can only have so many evil thoughts, y'all, that she can hold. But because she works for the bureau and y'all keep trying to, mess stuff up, and because it just comes out of nowhere. Suggestions and stuff. The day was over with yesterday. The whole day was basically over with. It was nighttime when she just all of a sudden just started nutting up. Like, y'all got mad because I got a bucket of chicken for Father's Day. And y'all just started filling her brain up with all these suggestions because y'all was jealous. And I know this white people. I know this is you white people. I know you saying I don't have no proof. Well, I'm not the judge right now. The God that I know is the one that's judging you that you don't believe in. He know. But there are other physical properties and physics that's going to prove me right in the future. But again, I'm trying to reiterate a thought, but because I keep going off of it because it's a lot of stuff, man. This is a lot for a human being to have to deal with. We'll revisit the money stuff later. That's not really my concern. I just wanted to tell y'all that I take love over money any day. Love will help you build a new palace. Love will make a piece of shit look like a palace. Love will make certain things that's in the house that's not perfect look bearable. That's what love will do. Like here it's fine art, ain't no edges, ain't no corners, everything is pretty decent bureau, right? Because y'all made sure it was in a right house, because of what y'all claim that she did. Because see, y'all, they moved her in this house when they thought, without my permission, you know, my signature, my ain't none of my stuff on this house. They just because they thought they was gonna have me at least in prison for 10 years because it was the bureau. They basically lied and told the police to say that I hit them, which is assault, which is a lie. But they did it twice with 3 different sets of officers, 2 different sets, right? 2 or 3, I don't know. Y'all can count that up. But she works for the bureau, and they keep trying to set me up. And I keep trying to tell y'all don't have to do that because it's putting y'all deeper in shit. And I don't want to be in the relationship in the first place. And y'all won't give me a divorce because you think I won't have. That's what you think. You think I won't have. You think I won't, because I know, y'all know that what y'all gave her, y'all say is yours. The bureau is what y'all put into it. But y'all have never even negotiated, have her even negotiate the understanding of being somewhat. You ain't got to be moral because y'all ain't moral. But you don't understand. I'm a survivor. It don't take me very much to survive. Some of y'all know that. That's why y'all don't want me to have nothing. Because I can make a little look like a lot. And just because y'all is jealous, and that's mainly the reason, just because you jealous, you don't even want me to have that little because I make that little look like so much. Because I make that little look like so much, that makes me look like I'm more happier than y'all. But I'm going to tell you another thing. I'm going to give you another clue. The more you try to prevent me on having, the more I end up getting, as you can see. Because you messing with God. You know, the God that y'all don't want to believe in. Y'all don't want to believe in miracles and y'all don't want to. Well, you going to have to. Because it's evident. This is a video of me with y'all shit right now that I don't even fucking want. But if y'all had any sense of decency, y'all would promote this divorce and put all the cards on the table, and y'all will find out that I don't even want half the shit that I'm entitled of. I don't even want. So what's not half of 100? That's 50%. No. What's half of half? That's what I meant to say. That's like 25%, which is the day we got married, like 25%. We got married on the 25th, right? So that's like 25% of what our state is, which is, I don't want the fucking house. I don't want it. I don't want to live in Redford, Michigan anymore. Y'all didn't abuse me and stole my constitutional rights. Y'all did too much things that's scarred from the inside that can never be fixed. I still love white people, but I would just rather stay around niggas and violence. Because I just feel like I'd rather take my chances in living in Detroit with all the violence and shit that's going on. I'd rather go back home and try to help build Detroit back to a safe environment than sit here because I feel violated and unsafe here in Redford, Michigan. Look how many times y'all done came into my home and took me and kicked me out of my own home based on fabrication, based on allegations from this woman, which I already knew that it comes from the Bureau when you just don't even allow due process. Y'all have never allowed the cards to be put on the table. Like when y'all evicted me from here the first time, you didn't send me to court. Y'all just came with some papers and said she got a PPO on you. Obviously lied and said I did something to her that I didn't do. So you're like, what do you want? How about y'all be fair? Well, that ain't happening. I know y'all ain't never tried to be fair, so I ain't expecting y'all to ever be fair. But in a sense, in the eyes of the public, they gonna judge you. And when all the cards go on the table, and I understand that's the main reason why you don't want things to be presented, because the public gonna see what cruel shit y'all done to me. Livonia, Michigan, Redford, Michigan, Canton, Michigan, Detroit Bureau, Justice Department. I understand too. Y'all gotta pick, oh, I hate this nigga. I understand that. But regardless of what your feelings is, you still gotta deal with that shit. Whether I'm here or not, whether I'm alive or not, you still gotta deal with what you put out in the universe. You still gonna have to deal with that. Eventually, it's gonna come up. You can't run from it. What you did. Redford court judge, you can't run for this. You can't just have me killed and this shit gonna go away. It's still gonna surface. You know how y'all try to do, put me in areas so I can get hurt. That's why my jugular vein got cut. That's why I got cuts all on my arm. All over my body. I've got injured. Circulation problems from the tethers that y'all court ordered, which you know I got a heart problem. This is all attempted things of murder. Those ankle tethers that they put on both of my legs, those things stopped circulation. They knew I had a heart attack before they even put them on my leg. And then while I was in custody at Wayne County, they kept both of them on my legs. I was in custody for 6 months. They kept ankle tethers on my ankles for 6 months while I was in custody. And the prosecutor for Redford County and the judge recommended these things. And it's information that's documented in court orders and court documentation by the 17th District Court of the state of Michigan, where you got signed signatures from prosecutors and judges that purposely allow cruel and unusual punishments to be conflicted on me because of her and who she works for. You gonna have to deal with this shit. It's not just gonna go away. And I ain't even mentioning you officers, because you soldiers, you was doing what y'all was told. Am I correct? Although there are some cases where you have went too far with your own personal aggression, but that's a different story for a different time, because you're gonna have to deal with that. But the main thing I wanted to deal with my wife Sonia Latrice Whiteside Robinson. You can't make that type of shit up. Her real maiden name is Whiteside. Basically, God just telling us she's on the side of the white people. Yeah, I knew that when I got married, but I thought it was hilarious. I thought God was hilariously a comedian. You can't, dear officers, make that type of shit up for real. Not you, but God can. So, because of this dislike between her, she don't like me. Of course I don't like her no more. Not as a person, as a friend, because you got to be friends first before you start getting into all this other stuff, boyfriend and girlfriend and marriage. You got to at least have some type of friendship between each other, common cordial behavior between each other. But when she started being downright a white man, she act like she a white racist man to me. If you want to know what I'm going through, that's a white racist man that's a police officer and I'm a black man. That's the relation. That's how I feel in the relationship. That's how she treat me. And then at the same time, on the second breath, she want me to try to be affectionate with her. But you don't like me. You don't like me. So when you get horny, you want me to come and screw you. After all that shit you done did, you done had my life almost taken. How do the fuck do you think my psychological being is of me? What type of human being are you imagining of? You gonna just shit on a person all day, every day for months, do the worst. You treat them bad, disrespectful, be gluttoningly disrespectful when it comes to your whereabouts and all this shit, and then in the same second breath gonna ask them to come be an affectionate with you, love and kissing and hugging you, and then go try to cry, I want to be with somebody. And then I'm saying, well, then let's get a divorce so you can. But y'all don't want to do that because you think I'm going to get something. And you don't like me that much that you don't want me to have nothing. Well, one thing that I got y'all'll never be able to take from me, and that's God. Because that's who you really mad at. You mad at God because everything that I got, God gave to me. Y'all ain't never gave me shit. But a hard time. Let me rephrase that. But a hard time. And a whole bunch of court documentation that proved that all y'all did was steal from me. But I still got to work for that. I still got to take the necessary channels to obtain and get everything that you stole from me in folds, and multiples. Multiples of interest. That's the word I'm looking for, interest. The multiples of interest that God promised me that I was going to get from you motherfuckers that steal from me, that stole from me. I still got to work for that shit, which is opening up every fucking wound that you fucking done to me. I gotta open all the fucking wounds back up to heal them. Which is another pain again that I gotta suffer. So with her, again, as I wrap this up, How does she feel that she just wrong? She have her office space. I have my office space. She want me to move out of our bedroom because I don't want to be in there when she in here, because she want to be controlling, inhumane controlling about everything. That includes the bed, the sheets, the pillows, where I can lay, how I can lay. And I don't trust her because, you know, when we was living in other places, I was having these problems breathing. I was waking up gagging like I had lost my breath. Ever since I stopped sleeping in the same bed as her, I don't have that problem. That means what? She must have been putting her hands over my nose and mouth while I was sleeping. And we got proof that this, what is it, acne something, whatever, start with an A, right? This is a form of sleep disorder that we was discussing because her mother was having problems where she had to have this mask, and that was being suggested that I had this mask put over my face. I'm like, nah, I just moved out the room in Livonia and went into another room. And that's when that shit stopped, actually. But I noticed that here in this house, when I stopped sleeping in the same room with her, that I never had that waking up in the middle of the night and couldn't breathe and trying to gas in and try to suck in some air real quick before I die. Which means she had to be putting her hands and stuff over my nose and mouth while I was asleep. Okay, that's, again, to be discussed on another time, right? However, I do want to mention this. How in the fuck do she think I'm supposed to sit there and have sex with her? And then have, get an attitude. And then don't have the decency to even talk business. And you know, I noticed something else last night too. And I've been noticing. I'm sorry, I noticed it months ago. She want to wait till the nighttime to start fighting and shit. You know, at 11 and 9 when it get dark and shit. Y'all notice that? Why do the women want to wait till nighttime? Business hours from 8 to 5. If you want to have some discussions about our relationships and what the future of our business, which is a business, a marriage is a business, let's talk about that during business hours. Why you want to wait till 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night, you know, hours, 12 o'clock at night to have these discussions? So for you that's listening, if you with somebody and they want to start discussing relationship issues at night, don't do it. Tell them wait till the morning, because they just setting y'all up for being put out. And a lot of the justice people, they like to do that. They like to put your ass out the house at night. Which should be illegal. Lawmakers here in the United States of America, especially Michigan, that shit should be illegal. You putting people, I know y'all saying it is illegal. Well, it hasn't been properly looked upon in the state of Michigan, because officers have forced me out of my home several times based on allegations. In the middle of the night, 5 in the morning. Business hours are from 8 to 5 p.m., not a.m. Again, how in the fuck do she think I'm supposed to just have sex with her after she didn't shit on me, shit and pissed on me, and for 14 fucking years? And I'm just saying the humane thing. Say, listen, I'm willing to say, listen, let's just separate. Let's get all the cards on the table. I know y'all's kind of scared about my cards and stuff that was taken while I was in custody. I understand that. Y'all just gonna have to deal with that, baby. Y'all stole it. Y'all took it. Y'all gonna have to deal with it. Whatever the consequences, we gonna have to deal with it. Stop being pussies. It's gonna be dealt with no matter what. Even if we gotta dig y'all ass up out of y'all graves, it's gonna be dealt with. You gonna go to court about that. It's in the Bible. Even if your ass got to be dug up and brought back to life, you gonna deal with it. You gonna have to be dealt with when it comes to that. My cars and vehicles that y'all took, you put me in jail and then have this sick mentally woman take my shit and get rid of it. I mean, that's so fucking weak. You shouldn't want no fucking credit for that shit anyway, man. You want to talk about real men? For damn sure, real mans don't do pussy shit like that. But again, it's the time and the place, another time for that shit too with you. Cause right now, I'm talking about this bitch that keep trying to have sex with me. When she won't give me a slug. I haven't had any money in a year. She got access to all the money, and yeah, I know it's illegal, but I understand this. She just don't need prison. She needs some psychological help, and that means I'm a way better person than you and her, because I ain't trying to get her sent to prison. I'm trying to get her some mental help and let the people with the mental capacities to do things to help her mentally put her in the proper situation, because it's some sick people out here and y'all can't wait to get into the correctional facility so y'all can abuse her even more. And see, God didn't send me out here for y'all to just, I know she's sick. No, I don't like her, but I don't want to do nothing to hurt her. You know how you motherfuckers should be. Talk to y'all later. And her too. Today is the day after Father's Day 2024. So today is the 25th. I'm sorry. Today is the 18th. I apologize. 2024. I'm sorry. Today is the 17th. Yesterday was the 16th. I apologize. I'm off a bit with my days. However, I did say Father's Day was yesterday, Sunday. Today is Monday. So that's why I say the date. I say Monday, Father's Day, Christmas. I say certain days. Because sometimes we may have the wrong day. We may say the 14th and the 12th. Later, Gators.